Shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 3 of E's is upon us.
Yes, the egg evolution extravaganza. The 3 of E's is here, or as, the lame people call it, the Electronic Entertainment Expo, or as some weirdos call it, that one video game expo that occurs every year.
Yes, E3 is one of the biggest entertainment expos to ever exist, and quite frankly, we're really excited about it.
Yeah, as the time of this recording, the biggest part of E3, Nintendo's, what do you call it?
Direct.
Yeah, the Nintendo Direct for E3 came out yesterday,
and it was the it was the best part of E3 because everyone else sucked, honestly.
Yeah, there was nothing of real importance from Xbox or anyone else, really.
But more on that later.
Yeah. We are here to bring you, as well, a couple of Did You Know gaming facts, as well as a challenge that I have set up for once.
Yes, Oscar is normally the challenge master, but Ruby decided to take his place today.
And plus I forgot.
No, we don't say that. We don't say that.
Yes, we do, and I admit it. I forgot.
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hold on to your hats, listeners, because right now we have all the Did You Knows that are not at all related to E3, or at least I don't think so. But anyway, it was kind of hard trying to find Did You Knows that wasn't related to E3, because every news website that I looked at was just swarming with E3 things and not much else.
It's like the only thing that anyone who's interested in video games can talk about is E3, but we found some things that aren't E3 related that we'd love to share with you.
To start off with, we've got Pokemon pop vinyls that have been recently announced. Funko have announced the new wave of Pokemon to join the pop vinyl line. The next 4 available will be a Silver Charmander, a Sitting Pikachu,
Oh my gosh.
a Horsea,
Horsey. It's pronounced
a
horsey.
Horsey,
It's like a seahorse, but backwards.
a Horsey. Giddy up, Horsey, and the biggest boy himself.
Charizard.
No. Flatulence. I mean Charizard.
What?
The release dates have yet to be confirmed, though they'll surely be $20 each. I'm not into pop vinyls, but I know that they look cool, and I hope that they make more stuff like this in the future because little figures of your favorite pop culture characters are just so darn cool.
Yeah, I really, really, really love pop vinyls. However, I always struggle to get a hold of them because they go out of production so fast. It's like as soon as a company releases it, like not even 2 months later, they will just stop making them and you can't find them anywhere and you have to go onto like eBay and stuff to get them pre-owned. It's really annoying. Anyway, I feel like we've been talking about Pokemon a lot in these like
Did you know?
Pokemon's just been all through the news, but that doesn't matter because I've got more Pokemon related stuff for you.
Hooray! So... Wait, back on the pop vinyl topic. I feel like the bunch of Pokemon that they announced were kind of a little underwhelming.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah, because
like,
we've already got like heaps of Pikachus, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and I think Squirtle as well.
Yeah, when I went to get one of your presents, I was going to get you a Pikachu pop vinyl. So
yeah,
but I already have one. Going to be much different.
I already have one. One of my friends actually got it for my birthday once. And I think like the ones that they released now were kind of underwhelming.
Yeah,
a Silver Charmander, I guess is cool.
Who wants
Pikachu
that?
sitting down, why?
It's cute.
The
Because
Charizard,
I do that on the regular.
Exactly.
Sit down.
Charizard, I will admit, is cool. Horsey as well is very cute. But there's missed opportunities for really, really cool Pokemon that would look epic as pop vinyls. Like some of the legendaries or like some of the final evolutions for the most recent games, like Decidueye or Incineroar or something.
I'm questioning why they didn't just release some Gen 4 Pokemon because
to tie in with Diamond Pearl.
Anyway,
Remix.
just enjoy our Pokemon talk while it lasts because you'll hear none of it during our E3 talk.
No
Yes.
Animal Crossing. That was disappointing.
I did mention I was not going to shut up about Pokemon because we've got yet another Pokemon related thing for you. Pokemon Go creators are making a Transformers game. Niantic is expanding from cute little critters to giant robots. The developers announced its next project, a location-based augmented reality, or AR, game called Transformers Heavy Metal. This game is expected to launch globally sometime this year. Very vague. Sometime this year.
Yes. Although transforming, cars into robots, that sounds super cool.
You do realize Transformers has been a franchise for so many years?
I know. I was
Okay.
about to say,
Yeah.
I don't really care that much because I don't really like Transformers that much because
I like them.
I never grew up with it.
I really
Yeah,
like
true.
Transformers.
I have seen a little bit of Transformers. The only Transformer thing that I've been really into was the Bumblebee movie that came out.
Yeah.
a few
Yes,
years
I was
ago.
going to mention, am I the only person who knows anything about Transformers? But yes, I watched Bumblebee. That was
Yes.
such a good movie.
I haven't seen the Bumblebee movie, but
I haven't. I want to.
I really want to.
Yeah, watch it. It's good. Anyway, I just think it's kind of odd how Niantic is going from making, cute Pokemon, and Pokemon has become their thing. They have managed to create an entire franchise out of cute animals.
And they're not
that's-
the people that made Pokemon. They're just the people that made the Pokemon Go game.
Oh.
Game Freak made Pokemon. Niantic are just the Pokemon Go people.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a
Like how
I think they're
it's a
probably
bit of a
just
stretch for them, but
Yeah.
seeing as it's AR, I think they'll do a good job.
Yes, I think what you just said then is that most developers and companies want them to make AR games
because
for their
Yes.
franchises.
because your video game in real life, that's so cool, but half the time it doesn't really work.
Yeah, and as we mentioned a couple of episodes back, bit of a throwback here, they announced they were making a Pikmin AR game similar to Pokemon Go, so they're kind of jostling a couple of projects at the moment. So.
Yeah. There's this whole thing about AR. It's essentially, for those of you who don't really know what it is, it's like, imagine if through your phone a character could be in the world.
Yeah.
It's called augmented reality, AR. So basically you can project whatever character you want and will just be in the real world.
Yeah.
But only through your phone. And
Yeah.
to me, I don't really know how Transformers is going to work with that. That's the other thing I was going to mention is how are they going to do that with Transformers? Where does the Transformers AR?
Yeah,
Bit weird.
this doesn't really appeal to me because I feel like if you're into Transformers, you grew up with it as a kid, and
you got the little cars that you can turn.
You got all the toys, and I feel like if you didn't grow up with it, it's really hard to get into Transformers, kind of like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for something that's not Pokemon for once,
Finally.
we have Microsoft Flight Simulator getting an Xbox Series X release date, as well as getting a Top Gun tie-in. As expected, Microsoft Flight Simulator finally received its release date for Xbox Series X, and, although it's not a stealth job during the conference like many had hoped, it's not too far over the horizon. The game, which we adored on PC when it released last year, is launching on Xbox Game Pass for consoles on July 27th, and it's also getting a pretty rad movie tie-in with Top Gun Maverick, a short sizzle reel backed by the iconic Top Gun guitar lick, shows off the death-dying maneuvers you're going to be able to pull off in these signature jets. So
Wow. I don't know what
Wow.
any of that is, but my dad likes flight simulator games and my dad likes planes. So, I don't know. There you go.
To be honest, this was just kind of a last-minute thing.
Yes.
Because I could only find those
Okay,
two Pokemon things.
Here's the plot of what Top Gun is. It's after losing his friend, top pilot Maverick is given a second chance to redeem himself. He struggles to be at his best, and also gets romantically involved with his civilian instructor Charlie.
I thought you were going to say his sister. and
Yeah,
got really
I was also about to
concerned.
say. I was about to say that.
So I'm guessing this man, he lost his friend, and the only way he can get over it is to be the best damn pilot in the military.
Yeah, I guess like the only thing we can kind of say about it is movie tie-ins are cool.
And
Yeah.
Microsoft Flight Simulator, that is
amazing.
That is cool. It's like
Yeah.
you fly it in real time, which I think
Yeah.
is pretty
It
cool.
could either be relaxing or stressful as heck.
Well, okay, so
Yeah.
I love how we claim to be video game fans and video game experts, and then we're here Googling what Top Gun is because we have no clue.
Yeah, but to be fair, Top Gun is a movie, not a video game.
True. Okay.
Okay,
So let's forget about Top Gun.
yeah.
Yes.
With all that out of the way, stay tuned where we get ready to talk about E3 for half an hour straight.
Yeah.
I will find you. And I will kill you.
E3. We all know exactly what video game the star of E3 was. Animal Crossing.
Eh.
Wrong.
What?
Obviously, the star of E3 was Breath of the Wild 2.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing
Was not there.
Yes, that's the point. Okay, so E3 happened and I was not there to watch the live stream with my friends because I was very, very busy doing stuff.
Stuff.
So I
okay.
couldn't
I
make
Damn
it.
stuff.
So I couldn't make it. So I'm going to leave it up to two of these people, these humans, to tell me exactly what happened in E3.
Well, we're gonna save the biggest and the best stuff, Nintendo, to last.
Nintendo, yes.
So we're just gonna talk about all the stuff that mostly isn't Nintendo for the time being.
So me being the giant nerd that I am,
Yes.
watched all of the press conferences.
And we thank you for it. Otherwise, we would be in quite of a pickle.
Yes, I watched Ubisoft, Xbox and Bethesda, Squaresoft, and of course Nintendo. So
Watch them all.
I watched them all.
Oh, wow, okay.
I watched them all, and they only went for like 30 or 40 minutes each. So
Nerd much?
not much, I guess. But anyway, let's start out with Ubisoft, which honestly didn't reveal that much.
Well, they are quite a small company
They-
compared to everyone else.
Well,
so.
they are.
They're only really known for Just Dance and some few minor games,
Yes.
but mainly Just Dance is how they earn their money.
Speaking of Just Dance, Just Dance
Segue.
2022 is announced.
Yeah.
And alongside the trailer, they revealed that a song was going to be modified, with the lyrics were going to be modified exclusively for Just Dance.
Ooh.
Oh, that's really cool.
I can't remember the artist's name, but I remember that the original song was going to be a dance as well as the modified lyrics version. So
Yeah,
that's going to be exciting.
Just Dance have done some original songs before, and they have been legitimate bops. One of my favorites was called Sugar Dance from 2018.
Oh yeah.
pretty cool.
Honestly, Ubisoft announcing Just Dance is not a surprise to me. They do it every year.
Mm.
Why am I not surprised? But
Because you're not.
I'm sure Just Dance 2022 is going to be an absolute bop. I use Just Dance on my Wii. I haven't bought it in a few years, but I'm hoping to eventually get a hold of the new Just Dances, like the brand new ones. Yeah, it sounds really cool. I'm super excited. There are a lot of bops that came out this year, so I'm excited to see them in Just Dance.
And Just Dance 2022 is going to be coming out for the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and the Nintendo Switch.
So not on the
Sweet.
Wii?
Not on the Wii.
What? Damn it. Okay, then. I'm just gonna
So,
die now. Bye.
yeah.
Well, I guess I have to start getting it for my Switch then.
Exactly.
Oh wait, no, I can't. I've got a Switch Lite. Damn it.
Damn it.
What is this? This is
a
torture.
It's a clickbait.
Got it.
Anyway, moving on to basically the only other notable thing that we can actually mention, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. This is a sequel to the launch title, I think. No, it wasn't a launch title.
I don't think it was.
It came out a few months after the Switch came out. Anyway, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. It is a sequel to that game that is taking place in the Mario Galaxy universe, with the introduction of Rabbid Rosalina.
and rabid lumas, which look kind of cute but kind of cursed at the same time. I suddenly turned into Kronk.
In battle, they can give you special abilities, and also they're remixing, I guess, reimagining the RPG style, as you can freely roam around the map
Well, in a specific area.
in a specific area.
That sounds pretty cool, honestly. So Super Mario Galaxy is, I mean, it looked like a very hard game. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, it was kind of hard, kind of easy. There was one level that I'm pretty sure everyone can remember. It was one of the Green Star levels where you had to roll on the little hamster ball that had the star in it.
Oh, yes.
That was the bane of my existence
Oh,
playing
man.
that. And
I'm
I have to
pretty-
play it again with Luigi for 100%, so I'm regretting, I'm
Oh,
gonna
man.
regret that when it comes
I'm
around.
pretty sure I was at your house when you attempted that level and you couldn't get past it.
Yeah, I
remember
eventually
that.
beat it. I have a
I think-
screenshot on my Switch with the star.
I
and I'm
think
like,
I
I'm cherishing
think
that.
not to brag, but I think remember getting it on my like second or third try.
Wow. Okay, moving on.
Anyway, moving on. So the Rabbids? They're about as annoying as the minions have become. So it's basically the Rabbids. They are the video game equivalent to the minions. They
Wait.
were first an enemy in a Rayman game
Yep.
until they became their own series entirely, for
Yep.
better or for worse.
Yep.
So they're also treated with cringe culture,
Basically,
like the minions.
Basically,
Yep.
basically, if Ubisoft needs anything, to catch up with trends, they'll just reuse the rabbits.
Yep.
Wait, that's Ubisoft?
That's Ubisoft.
Okay. Why
But-
am I not surprised?
So, when in 2017 they announced Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, everyone was a little bit skeptical at first. But from what I've seen, I haven't played the game personally. It looked really good.
Yeah, I
And
played the
this-
original game for like an hour before I got a little bit bored of it. But if it's gonna allow free range movement instead of the grid movement, I would be eternally grateful. I'm honestly thinking of maybe trying the series again, because again, the original game was kind of a little bit slow and I'm very meticulous, so maybe having it be a little bit more quick time related could be a little bit more like helpful to my kind of play style.
Okay.
So look forward to Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope when it releases exclusively on Nintendo Switch.
Woo!
Yes.
Now,
And hopefully it has light compatibility.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in terms of like Xbox, there wasn't really that much announced that we can talk about here, as it's not really appropriate.
Mostly, Oscar just said they kind of went, "Look at us, we're cool. Buy the Xbox. We have a bunch of games for it.
That's
Goodbye."
basically all they did. They
See ya.
revealed like some stuff for Halo and that kind of stuff, but we can't really go that in deep into it since it's not appropriate. So we're sorry, but you can watch these press conferences on YouTube.
And never get those 40 minutes back of your life. You will
No.
never get them back.
Nope.
Nope. And the other company, Squaresoft, they didn't really announce anything either. But I think one thing that I can mention here is that they are re-releasing the classic Final Fantasy games, as in the 8-bit original games that came out on the NES and SNES. So that's Final Fantasy 1 all the way to Final Fantasy 6.
The NES and the NES and the SNES are the Nintendo Entertainment System and the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
That released in the 80s and 90s.
Yes, and the games on there are pretty cool. I play them on my Switch quite often. I think I'm like the only one, but yeah, I think they're pretty cool. They're kind of fun.
Classic games do hold up, and hopefully
Yeah.
this game holds up. Which I'm not sure what consoles they're coming out for, but they're coming to a console near you
Probably for Switch, because let's face it, most things are going to the Switch at this point.
because portability factor.
Yeah. And if you're wondering why you're probably thinking, wow, E3 seems like the biggest gaming, well, it is the biggest gaming convention ever, but why is there hardly anything interesting from it? That's because most of the stuff that happened we can't talk about because it's not for kids. So, That's
and
nice.
we're going to talk about it in a minute because stay tuned where we come back and reveal everything that Nintendo revealed.
Everything. Seriously, just Nintendo went crazy.
Everything.
So by our last segment, you may have been wondering, man, this E3 thing sucks.
It sounds kind of boring, but wait till you hear everything Nintendo did.
Yes, Nintendo were absolutely amazing. I wouldn't say amazing per se, but they definitely had the most to show for the most amount of franchises. So let's get right into them. Ruby, I believe you have a list.
I do indeed have a list. In no particular order, I have 7 main things that Nintendo brought up that we could probably talk about on here.
Do we
Keep
want
in
to
mind,
do one at a time?
Yeah, we'll do a little bit one at a time.
Keep in mind that's just 7 main things.
Yeah.
Main.
So
There
not
were
the
lots of
only
little things as well.
Little
not the
things.
only things they
They're
released.
just little things. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that song too. The first one I have on my list is the new Smash fighter that got released. His name is Kazuya, and he's from the Tekken series, an old fighting game similar to that of Street Fighter and
Fatal Fury.
yeah, Fatal
Which
Fatal
also
Fury.
got no, that was an SNK rep, which was Terry.
yeah SNK.
Never mind. So he wasn't my first pick. He wasn't my last pick. I didn't even know he existed.
Same. None of us probably knew he
Street
existed.
Fighter.
No,
Tekken.
Tekken.
The guy
Oh.
from Tekken.
It's a fighting series similar to Street
I was going to say, I know what Street Fighter is.
Yeah. But I think what the
Surprisingly.
funniest part, I think like what the best part about it was
Oh really?
I think what the best part about it was the trailer because because they had the character just throwing all these beloved characters off the cliff. So first,
Except for Kirby. Kirby survived because they can't throw
Aw,
out
of
Kirby.
course,
yeah,
Kirby.
it was
We
so
stand
basically what he
Kirby.
did
We
is he
stand
dropped
Kirby.
him off the cliff and Kirby went whoop 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 whoop.
Just floated off the side.
Floated
off
I was
the
like,
side.
why is looking down? Like, wait, where did he go?
It's kind of cute.
I have something to share that I remember happened. So, there was this game released. It was Street Fighter cross Tekken. It was a mashup of Street Fighter and Tekken. It was Tekken if it played like Street Fighter. But did you know there was a game that was planned to release? Do you want to know what it was called?
What?
Tekken cross Street Fighter.
Oh,
It was Street Fighter that played like Tekken. So that so it's like it was a legit game. Like they were
What?
2 different games.
This is ridiculous.
The game never released, but they were 2 different games. One was I can't remember which one it was, but one game it was Street Fighter that played like Tekken, and another game was Tekken that played like Street Fighter.
Well, I gotta say, now I understand why people don't think gamers are. Well, I gotta say, I now understand why people judge video gamers so much.
Because they think we're confusing. Anyway,
We are confusing.
Anyway, happy he's here.
Not much to say.
Not
Just-
much to
yeah, what
say.
else? Yeah.
Not much to say. He's now a video game legend, I guess. It's just nothing much. He's just a video game legend.
Yeah, next on my list we have Mario Party Superstar, I believe it was
Yes,
called.
it was.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's basically Super Mario Party, but better.
Because it's
Ooh.
got old boards, old mini games from the series past.
I love it when Nintendo does that. They never make new content. They just bring back their old content.
But it's good
so
because
good.
the old stuff was stuff they did right.
They did
Oh.
right. And the funny thing is, they actually tried to do this on the 3DS with Mario Party the Top 100. That stunk.
It did. It stunk like old cheese.
Oh, well, I enjoyed Mario Party, so I'm sure if you guys think that the older versions were good, I'm sure this one will be even better, because honestly, the ones I've played were really fun.
And I think Switch Lite players will get a kick out of this because the original Super Mario Party, you had to buy Joy-Cons. But
Yes!
with Mario
yes!
Party Superstar, you don't need Joy-Cons. You can just play it in handheld mode.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
online play is coming day one instead of 2 years later.
Oh
Let's
yeah.
freaking
Oh yeah.
go.
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
this game will include five of the classic N64 Mario Party boards,
Yay.
plus 100 mini games from the series.
100.
100.
That's a
100.
lot.
That's a lot considering the 50 that we got in Super Mario Party. Probably even less.
Yeah. And with Mario Party Top 100, that also included 100 mini games, but it had only one game board.
I know.
It sucked.
It really did.
So basically, what we're trying to say is Mario Party Top 100 bad, hype for Mario Party Superstars.
Exactly.
Yes.
Another thing that Nintendo announced, reviving a dead franchise. We have Metroid Dread, the newest game in the Metroid series, also known as Metroid 5.
Well, it's not it's not a dead franchise. The Metroid series
yeah,
is not dead.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not dead, but it hasn't had a game in ages.
Well, anyway, what I'm trying to say is
Yeah,
that
I would say that's pretty much.
it wasn't
deadish.
dead. They announced that they were making a Metroid Prime game when they first revealed the Switch.
Okay.
But we haven't heard anything from that. What I would say is a dead franchise is the 2D Metroid series, which hasn't seen an entry in 19 years.
Okay. That is dead. That is very much dead.
That is
Not anymore, because they brought it back with a new 2D game.
Why?
Because it was good.
It was
Really?
Yes.
It was good. They
I would
di-
have thought if it was dead for that long, it wouldn't have been that good.
It's because they transitioned to 3D, stuck with 3D,
And no one
said
really liked it.
3D sucked, 2D was better, and they were like, oh, okay then, here's a new 2D game.
Oh, okay then. Gotta love the fact they actually listened for once.
But anyway, we're super happy for Metroid Dread. Can't wait to hear any new information for Metroid Prime 4 if we do ever get any.
At least
Yeah.
we're no longer going to be able to judge the Metroid fans.
I know.
Yes.
I'm going to say the next one for last.
Okay.
We also have an update on a Legend of Zelda Age of Calamity expansion
Yes.
pass.
Yes.
The expansion pass I think included a playable guardian and a new weapon that you could get was pretty much the guardian's disemboweled legs.
Wow.
What? What?
I know. It looks weird, but from the looks of it, it looks like it plays pretty cool.
It's gonna be pretty cool. Like, I don't have Hyrule Warriors, but I have Breath of the Wild, and I love Breath of the Wild. And I know Hyrule Warriors isn't the same game, but I did download the demo, and it's amazing. Trust me.
Yeah, I did play the demo too.
I'm considering getting Breath of the Wild, but I have been speaking to a few hardcore Breath of the Wild fans, and they are going nuts over this new game.
No,
Shh,
not
we're
yet.
saving that for last.
Not yet. Not yet.
Isn't that what Age of Calamity is?
No,
No,
that's a
not
different
what-
game entirely.
That's a prequel.
A prequel? I thought that was the new one they were making.
No.
I think they're making both a prequel and a sequel.
No.
Well,
They
yes.
made a prequel, which they took a spin-off and made into a new game.
Yeah, so I'm saying they're hyped for this
No, that
Age of
game
Calamity.
released like last year, and
Age of Calamity.
they're releasing DLC.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm a dumbass. Okay, then.
Cut this out.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
Now continue.
Okay. Another thing that we have is a monkey in a
What?
ball.
What?
In a ball.
What?
Super Monkey Ball.
What?
Banana
Mania.
Mania.
What?
So, it's a little bit of history. Super Monkey Ball released on the Sega Dreamcast, I'm pretty
yes.
sure, in
Stan
2001.
the Dreamcast.
In 2001, you controlled a monkey in a ball, and you didn't control a monkey in the ball. You controlled the platform that the monkey was on. The monkey was in the ball, and you would control him by tilting the area around him to make the ball roll and collect.
You were
bananas.
controlling the gravity, basically.
Yeah.
So basically, it was like when you were a kid and you'd go in those like hamster balloons.
Oh yeah.
It's like that.
It's like one of those get those ball mazes where you would
Yeah.
tilt it. think of that, but it's a fully fledged 3D game.
That sounds questionable. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. Okay.
So they're
Go you. More
Yes.
power to you.
They are so with this new game, they are remaking all the stages from the first 3 games and putting them all together with all the mini games included into this one big collection to celebrate, Super Monkey Ball's 20th anniversary.
Well,
Ooh.
to me, this kind of sounds like something that nobody asked for, but Nintendo did it, and they were like,
Sega did
okay
it.
then. Sega did it, and
Yeah,
was like,
Sega did it.
okay then. You know what? Okay. Yeah.
Now we probably have the two that we are probably most hyped for.
You guys have been keeping me on edge. I want to know what this is. What is this?
The first one we're going to talk about is the newest edition in the WarioWare series. WarioWare Get It Together.
Oh my god.
Wario.
What?
Yes, Wario has his own series where you play QuickTime mini games using everything on your controller, touching
Wario.
buttons. Yes,
Wario.
and a lot of original characters as well.
Oh, I love that. That sounds so cool.
Some of my favorites are Ashley and Kate and Anna.
Wario is my favorite. We
Wow, so basically it's a party game where it's like Mario Party if there was no game board and all the mini games were like 10 seconds short.
Yeah, they were just thrown at you. And what makes it different from other WarioWare games is that depending on which character you play as, the playstyle will be different.
because normally,
Yeah.
you have those mirrored characters where it's like they're a different looking character, but they play the same. But they're not doing that for this game. They're just kind of
Yeah, for
each character's
instance,
different.
Yeah, for instance, one of the characters, I forget what his name is, he is an alien in a little hovercraft.
Okay.
So when you play as him in some games, you can hover around. Whereas Ashley, she's a witch. She can do
Ooh.
stuff with her wand and make stuff happen in the level.
Okay.
game.
Okay. I already love Ashley. Oh my gosh.
I know Ashley is a big fan favorite. She's
And-
basically this goth witch who has like a little devil as a sidekick.
Yes.
And another big selling point is that it's multiplayer. I think it's multiplayer for like the first time in the series, I think.
Maybe.
oh
yeah.
wow. Okay.
Multiplayer for the first time in the series.
That sounds cool. Again, this Wario thing. This sounds like something that no one
WarioWare.
asked for, but Nintendo was like, "Here you go," and we were like, "Oh, okay then."
Everyone loved it.
yeah.
everyone
We
was
kind of
amazing.
just accepted it. We didn't ask for it. We kind of just like accepted it. Nintendo dropped us a gift.
It's here. We did it.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it.
And now
And
the pizza resistance.
Animal Crossing.
No.
Damn it. Okay.
the piece of resistance for Legend of Zelda.
Oh.
They announced the Game & Watch.
Huh?
So basically they announced a Game & Watch with
The first 3 Zelda games.
first
like
three-
Zelda, Legend of Zelda, Legend of Zelda 2, Link's Adventure, and Link's Awakening.
That's so cool. I thought those Game & Watches were only for like Super NES and NES games. I didn't know they made them for other franchises.
No.
Well, they are now.
Well, now it's for Zelda's 35th anniversary.
Tell you what.
But that's not what we're talking about.
What?
We're
There's
talking
more?
about the even bigger pizza resistance. French for lactose intolerance.
What? There's more?
They announced and gave us gameplay footage of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2.
Okay, we all knew it was going to happen, but this is the first time they've shown us footage, correct?
Yes.
Real footage.
Yes.
Real gameplay
Yeah,
footage.
gameplay footage.
Yeah, this is a game. This is the game
This
that I
is
was
the
talking
game.
to some Legend of Zelda fans, and they're super hyped for this. I
Yes.
swear, every Legend of Zelda fan is going nuts and is really excited for this second edition into the very popular Legend of Zelda game, which I'm considering getting.
Yes. And one of the big noticeable differences is that you can go to the sky.
And you can phase through walls.
And
What?
And you want to
That's
know
so
what
cool.
the difference is between Breath of the Wild 1 and Breath of the Wild 2?
What?
They're different numbers.
No, the castle in Breath of the Wild 2 floats.
It really is Skyward Sword HD.
What?
Basic-
Whoa.
Well, essentially, yes. It's like it's basically, what if Skyward Sword was Breath of the Wild? And then they gave us this. This is going to be epic, and we can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's so cool.
With all that talk about E3 finally done, stay tuned where we do my edition of Challenge Time.
Oh no.
Yay. Hi, this is editing Oscar here to say that I'm kind of getting a bit lazy, honestly, and I don't want to create a whole like set and all that kind of stuff just for like this one-off thing because I was too lazy to make my own challenge time. So Ruby came and did her own, so I'm not gonna do all that. So sorry, Ruby, but I hope you appreciate what I did for you. So everyone, introducing
Now, at the time of this recording, Splatoon 2's very well-anticipated Octo Expansion DLC has turned 3 years old, and as a little bit of a commemoration to it, since I love Splatoon a lot,
So do I.
and yes, you too.
I'm waiting for Splatoon 3.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
are. And so I have made a little bit of a challenge time. As some of the Octo Expansion players might know, throughout the game there are lots of little pop culture references throughout the levels.
Yeah.
But what I'm talking about is the level names. Even from some of the most obvious ones to some of the more not so obvious ones, there are little pop culture references hidden in the titles for the different levels that you play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys the subtitle and the main title for the level, and you have to guess what the pop culture reference is.
Okay.
We're going to go from easy to harder.
You're lucky, Oscar. You don't play Splatoon, so you don't. But you still don't have an advantage because it isn't really about Splatoon.
I know a lot of pop culture references.
So do I, but I think I know different ones to you.
Yeah, these are more like 80s, 90s stuff.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of 80s and 90s
I should be
films.
okay with that. I know a lot about Splatoon, so maybe that might help me. I don't know.
Okay, so we'll just start off with the practice one. The subtitle and title is "You Like to Move It Station."
Obviously from you like to move it. You got to move it.
You like to.
Move it from Madagascar, the very hilarious franchise about a bunch of animals.
And when you got to move your body, you got to move it nice and sweet and sexy. Nice thing, fantastic. Oh, I like to move it.
Okay, we're gonna cut that out.
Yeah.
Okay then. So that's basically what the necessity of it is. And now we're gonna get into the real one that is also still pretty easy.
Okay.
Ain't afraid of no crates. Crate Buster Station.
I ain't afraid of no ghost. Ghostbusters. I love that film. It scarred me. I watched it way too young, but now I watched it again and I just laugh. It's so good.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters is
Let me
great.
guess, the librarian ghost scared you.
No, that I was expecting that jump scare. It was the end ghost, the demon at the end. She scared me. And my light also burst after watching the movie.
Oh, God.
My light bulb blew.
Oh, God.
And it
that must be
terrified
so
me. It
scary.
terrified me.
Goodness me.
That would have been scary.
Okay. Okay, this next one might be a little bit harder for some people that don't know the song. There's the hint. The title is Don't Just Stand There, Bust and Move Station.
Ooh.
Don't just stand there, Buster. It sounds kind of familiar, but I don't really know where it's from.
You will probably know the song or at least heard it once. What is the name? What is the
Quick, just then,
title?
just bust a move.
Yes, that's actually the song.
want it?
Yeah.
You got it,
Hey, good job, Oscar.
baby. Just bust a move.
Shut up,
Okay,
Oscar.
Please stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I just get too into it.
You do. Okay.
Okay. This one might actually be a little bit advantage for Oscar since I know that he's watched this movie.
Oh no.
The title is Do It With Some Style, McFly Station.
Back to the Future.
Yes, it is. Back to the Future.
Yes. I've watched Back to the Future. That
It's
was cool.
the character Marty McFly from Back to the
Yes,
Future,
yes,
and the
yes.
subtitle
Yes.
is a reference to the line from Doc Brown, another character.
Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. They're
Yeah.
actually turning that film into a musical.
Yes, you
Yeah,
were
I
telling
heard
me
about
about
And I'm waiting for it to come to Australia.
that.
It probably won't for some time, but we can only hope. And this is the final one, which you probably won't know of, but I threw it in there anyway because I thought it was cool and I kind of know of it. The title is Just Go Ahead Now, Spin Doctor Station.
Spin Doctor.
Is this a song or a movie?
Spin Doctors. I know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know anything else. I just know who the Spin Doctors are.
Yeah, well, it is the Spin Doctors, but
It's
what's the
raining
Just Go
and
Ahead
now.
Now referring to?
On
Is
ahead,
that the
Gangster's Paradise.
Is that a song by the Spin Doctors?
I have no
no?
idea.
Is that a That's the Way I Like It? No,
No.
because that's also by the Spin Doctors.
Yeah, it's from their most popular song.
Oh, I don't know. What is it?
It's called Two Princesses.
Never heard of it.
Never
Whoop.
heard of it.
I know who the Spin Doctors are, but I've never heard of that song. Okay, we did terrible. Good job.
Yes. High five.
This was
High five.
again. This was also a very
Last minute.
last minute thing, as was a lot of this in this session. But
E3 kind of just took over our brains. So
yeah, I was like, what else do we do?
We thought we would have a lot to talk about, and you honestly did.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
pretty good.
if you want to go check out the press conferences and videos that were released by different game companies through E3, you can definitely do that on YouTube. It's well worth it. I think I'm actually going to go do that.
If
So-
you want to check out the Ubisoft press conference, search up Ubisoft Forward. If you want to search up Xbox and Bethesda, just search up Xbox and Bethesda presentation. If you want to search up Squaresoft, search up Squaresoft Presents. And if you want to watch Nintendo, search up Nintendo Direct E3 2021.
Yes.
Thanks for that, Oscar.
You're welcome. Hopefully you guys can learn how lonely I've actually been this past week.
Because you spent the whole time watching those.
Exactly.
Aww.
Aw.
Aw.
But
Thanks
anyway,
for sympathizing.
yeah. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this episode of Head in the Game.
Watching?
Oh. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Head in the Game. I'm Ruby.
I'm Lucy.
And I'm your boy Oscar. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.